chairman of the Fed, Jerome, if he would lower interest rates like China did, like I think UK did, but like numerous other countries have done, it's like jet fuel. It'd be great. But he doesn't want to do it. I think he doesn't want to do it. Probably he's not in love with me. I think that's right. It's sort of a crazy reason, but that's the way life is. Anybody in his position would be learning. It would be like jet fuel. But even without that, we're doing well. It's the biggest bill of its kind ever in the history of this country. And Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune have done an incredible job. I mean, I'll let you know, we have to get a vote, but we have a lot of support for that bill. And if that happens on top of all of these trade deals that we're doing, this country will hit a point that you better go out and buy stock now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This is going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before. That's a very important element of all of this. You know, if we get that, if you don't, and the Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, if it was somebody else, they wouldn't fight. If you had a normal person, if you had some stiff sitting behind you, they'd be fine. But they have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, Senator Schumer's become a Palestinian. Welcome. I don't know when they're going to give him the ceremony, whatever the ceremony may be. It's terrible what's happened to the Democrats. So very, very important element of everything, of what we're doing.
Among the traditional European exchange groups, we have the largest crypto business and digital assets business. So what's happening in crypto? Crypto is going mainstream, right? More and more people have digital assets, have cryptocurrencies, right? That's a secular trend. Also, more and more traditional institutional investors embrace crypto. More and more traditional financial institutions, also across Europe, and we are their infrastructure partner. So is the US ahead in terms of regulation when it comes to compared to Europe? I wouldn't say so. And it's interesting. It's a great question. And it's interesting you're asking this question. In fact, Europe is ahead. We have a regulation. It's called MiCAR, right? It is now in effect, and it's not a bad regulation. And if you compare that with the regulatory fragmentation in the US, Europe even has a head start.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. We have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto make a good move overnight. Right now, as I'm doing this video, we are pulling back slightly. But we had Bitcoin hit 103,000, causing 800 million in short liquidations. Now we had Coinbase to acquire crypto options platform Deribit for 2.9 billion. But guys, when you look deeply into the numbers, they only had a profit of 66 million, plummeted from 1.29 billion. That is amazing, and that stock should definitely have plummeted. This is how you clearly know an algorithm is running everything. It's just like when Warren Buffett sold all that Apple stock and it barely moved. That's how you know the algorithm bought it up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates down. We have the dollar down. We have volume in crypto right now up. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at 139 billion yesterday. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. And we have Trump hits at an 80% tariff on China, and then also said it's time to buy stocks. But guys, we know not right now, because the fourth industrial revolution, the switch has not fully been flipped. And the fact is, anytime you're talking about 80% tariff on China, we know for a fact these goods are not coming. And America is definitely going to feel the effect in the coming months, and it's only going to get worse and worse. But remember, this is a plan that moves in phases. They want to bring in all this technology. They want to put the supply chain on blockchain, and you have to destroy it in order to make that happen. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And after Jerome Powell stated they're going to pause, what did Trump do? Come out with the distraction of the UK deal. And we know that UK deal means nothing. And then on top of it, we didn't even get any information. That was the crazy part about it. But guys, you can't make this stuff up. And then, of course, we had the stablecoin bill delayed. Went over that last night. Make sure you watch the video I did last night. We have the Democrats and Republicans playing the Hegelian dialectic. We know this was clearly a bipartisan agreement on the stablecoin bill. We heard it from both sides, both the leaders from both sides. And then all of a sudden, when it's time to vote, then they have an issue. But remember, the politicians are nothing but paid puppets. But their job is definitely to get us moved over to the agenda. And sometimes it's one step back in order to move 2 steps forward. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up. And we have Brazil's B3 stock exchange to launch ETH and Solana futures on June 16th. And when it comes to these altcoin spot ETFs, they definitely want to see the futures market first. You got to have the casino before they bring in the spot. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Florida Farmer Farm Logistics to use XRP for real-time payments and $50 million financing deal aiming to cut banking delays, FX costs, and boost supply chain efficiency. And it's LDA Capital who is going to be the credit facility. Now we have American fast food chain Steak and Shake announces that it is now accepting payments in Bitcoin in all locations starting May 16th. And guys, we know that's all about pushing adoption, but not too many people are going to be paying for any food when it comes to Bitcoin. Now we have Rumble CEO Chris says the company will launch its Bitcoin and stablecoin wallet in Q3 of this year. Also, we have Superstate launches Opening Bell, a platform that allows companies to issue and trade SEC registered equities. on-chain initially on Solana. And we know all these stocks are going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And we have a lot of different companies that are working on the same thing. And we know eventually it's going to be consolidated where you're going to have the 2 or 3 big behemoths doing the tokenized shares. But for right now, they're going to let the private sector run wild. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the SEC has officially filed for a $50 million settlement with Ripple over XRP lawsuit. And we have the Ripple movie finally ends. And guys, we know why, because now it's time to push regulation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have Meta is exploring stablecoin payment integration for its platform after a 3-year crypto hiatus. But guys, we know all these social media platforms are going to have their own money, their own stable coin. So therefore, it's a one-stop shop. And this opens the gateway to the metaverse. Remember, the metaverse is the go. They want your whole life to be a video game. Nothing real. Everything artificial. Everything is digital. The only thing you have to do is go back and look at books, look at songs, and just think about the whole economy going digital. And during the C word, they did a lot of tests on humanity. As long as they're getting that free money, they'll sit at home and be quiet. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.